Sorry, I've done the wrong stuff. All right. Hey everyone, welcome back to episode 3 of From Dark to Light. And this month we've got Honey's film, which is The Wizard of Oz, which is very good timing.
Yeah.
I think. So welcome back, Honey.
Thank
a wonderful,
you.
intuitive way shower.
Thank you.
Yeah, so let's just dive in. FCB may join us at some point, but he may be asleep. Okay, so The Wizard of Oz, apparently the most viewed film ever, according to the Library of Congress, which happens to be the biggest library in the world, probably curated for historical purposes, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that's where you send your stuff to get copyrighted.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where they stop all the good stuff going out.
Mm-hmm.
That's where all those really good patents are.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay, so the original writer, Frank L. Baum, he wrote the book. Oh, did he write the play first?
I think the play came first.
Yeah. The play first and the book. Now, did he write this story as a children's book, or did he know what was going on and was like well aware of? Yeah. Okay. So he was aware of the banking and what was going on then and what they were trying to do. And basically, he would have been involved in some way in the, what's it called? The Silver Act, is it? Anyway.
I don't know. I know the shoes were supposed to be silver because they were in the play.
Yes, exactly. So the shoes are linked to silver. There's a whole description of what that is. It was called free silver, and it was a major economic policy in the United States in the late 19th century, in favor of an expansionary monetary policy featuring unlimited coinage of silver. So he would have been aware of that. And then around the same time, the Bankers Manifesto came out, which I think I'm going to read out because it's pretty fascinating, what they say. So this is in 1892. So bankers adopted their Bankers Manifesto of 1892, in which it was declared, "We, the bankers, must proceed with caution and guard every move made for the lower order of people are already showing signs of restless commotion. Prudence will therefore show a policy of apparently yielding to the popular will until our plans are so far consummated that we can declare our designs without fear of an organized resistance. The Farmers Alliance and Knights of Labor organizations in the United States should be carefully watched by our trusted men. And we must take immediate steps to control these organizations in our interest or disrupt them. The courts must be called to our aid, debts must be collected, bonds and mortgages foreclosed as rapidly as possible. When through the process of the law, the common people have lost their homes, they will be more tractable and easily governed through the influence of the strong arm of the government applied to a central power of imperial wealth under the control of the leading financiers. People without homes will not quarrel with their leaders." So that's the Banking Manifesto. So as we're seeing in this week, literally, the banks are starting to completely collapse.
Yeah.
So it's very
That's kind of
timely.
fun.
Yeah,
Fun to watch.
We've known for a long time that this is kind of this will be the wake-up call for everyone, because when people's money is affected, they start looking at stuff and questioning.
Yeah, this is the flip, that we've
Yeah.
all been waiting for. And this is when the meek inherit the earth.
Yeah.
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 So,
Yeah. So in terms of, I mean, and also this film basically links everything from the beginning of the banking system all the way through to now, because now we've got bricks. And as we've looked at before, bricks is literally like gold bricks, the foundation, and then you've got the yellow brick road.
yep.
So you've got everything linked through that. And, and bricks has been going on a lot longer than people realize as well. So all of these new foundations are coming into play. And yeah, and everything's linked. Because as we like with films, we got that basically they're showing us, what they're doing. They have to. It's universal law.
It is.
So
And we're also not willing to stand for the lies anymore.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just going to read out the Federal Reserve Act briefly.
Okay.
It's not the actual act, it's an explanation of what it really is. And then we'll move on to more about the film and kind of the symbolism of the film.
That's good.
So in 1910, John E. DiNardo, professor of public policy and economics at the University of Michigan, writes in his article, "The Federal Reserve Act. On the night of November the 22nd, 1910, a small group of surrogates of the most powerful bankers of the world met under the veil of utmost secrecy. Over the next few weeks, these men would penetrate under the orders of their masters, perhaps the most colossal and devastating fraud ever inflicted upon the American people. This ultra-secret fraud is known as the Federal Reserve Act of 1913. The Federal Reserve Act of 1913 concocted legislation to be foisted upon the People's Congress of the United States that empowered and commissioned the secret cabal of world dominant bankers to print United States currency, a usurpation of our Constitution's explicit edict empowering only the United States government to print and coin currency. This world banking empire used their stolen power to print out of thin air paper currency, which in no way represents the gold and silver reserves that authentic currency is supposed to represent." So again, it all links back. So, in 1964, there was a write-up by a guy called, hang on, let's see if I can find it here. Let's see, sorry.
It's okay.
What's his name? Anyway, he basically saw the Wizard of Oz as symbolism. And so I guess also what would be interesting to look at is MGM. So we've got the CEO of MGM, whose name is Louis Burt Mayer, whose original name is Lazar Meir, which is an Ashkenazi Jewish name. Lazar is Slovenian, and then Meir is Ashkenazi. And so he was, at the time of the making of The Wizard of Oz, he was the CEO. So I guess what would be interesting is like, what do you get like his involvement with the symbolism in this film?
I don't think he was involved in the symbolism, but I do get that he was put there. So he was put in that place to kind of, I feel like Hollywood from the very beginning was bad. And he was placed in that spot.
Yeah.
They felt like it was disclosure. Well, we'll just give him this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So because there were certain things changed, like the shoes, from silver, which the original writer had silver, but then the screenplay was done by Noel Langley, and he wrote the screenplay in 11 days, and he was the one apparently that changed the color of the shoes. But then also it said that they also changed the color of the shoes, and I think this is probably the official, because of the Technicolor, because they sparkled more.
They made him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
he didn't really have a choice on that. And that went along with their own shoes that they like to wear.
Yeah. The Red Shoe Club. And yeah, if people do their research on that, you'll find plenty. So then there was like writers who oversaw his writing, because he was really devastated that a lot of the stuff that he wrote didn't end up in the film. And so he had Florence Ryerson and Edgar Allan Wolfe, and they were kind of like the behind the scene writers, although I mean they're credited as writers. So I don't know if they had any connection to being told to put that stuff in there. I guess what I'm getting at
they
is,
were like watchdogs. I'm getting. Feel like she was quite scary. And the guy was just like, I just do what I'm told.
Yeah. So they would have been given certain things like, okay, we want this in there and this in there and this in there.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I guess if we start looking into, did you have anything else with the shoes you wanted to talk about, or?
No, I thought one thing that was interesting is how they were taken off of the witch in the West. So I think, that also shows possible demise of the system. Yeah, but it can be taken in so many ways. Like,
so didn't she shrivel up and they just appeared?
Yeah, she shriveled up with the shoes and her little legs were sticking out under her house.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but then they just like appeared on Dorothy because the good witch put them on her, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Somehow. Yeah, so we've got the symbolism of that. Then we've got at the beginning where she sees Professor Marvel, which is an interesting name. So where at the beginning she goes and he tells her, through the crystal ball, and then she's, about a whole load of stuff. But he states in that Osiris and Isis.
Yeah.
Yeah, that it's like a crystal ball directly from them. So
yeah, and I have a big thing to link into that towards the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. And if you want a really good explanation of that, I'll try and find it, but Wano Savan does a very good explanation of what all of that actually means. And then also at some point, the seventh wonder of the world, the Sphinx, is mentioned. And that's where all the knowledge has been hidden.
Yeah.
Right. And like, I don't know if we talked about the knowledge being hidden in the stone rather than just being, but so that's something that's popped up recently, is that a lot of knowledge in the universe, and it's in crystal form, it's in stone. So it's not necessarily books that you're looking at it's actually literally you touch the stone and you get the information, or you
Yeah.
know there's like a key or something like that.
Yeah, and it links in, a lot of this stuff is gonna link into the city itself.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and then the red sand in the glass hour. That really stood out. I didn't really, I was like, what? It almost looked like blood coming through.
Yeah.
Like I was like, why is it red? I don't know if that's a symbolism of blood.
I feel like it was. I feel like it had to do with how long it takes them to hurt someone sometimes. Like maybe they take an
yeah.
hour.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not good.
No.
And then the poppy field. So like what came through for me is like the opium trade and how they basically drugged so many people, like a form of putting people asleep, basically. So the witch says, oh, I'll put them to sleep with poppies. So again,
that was probably a big thing too, like around that time. It's probably when they started in with opiates. I don't know for sure, but I'm sure they were using it in other countries, actual opium. There's I can't remember the name of it, but there's some kind of thing that they give people that they're just totally out of it. I can't remember. It starts with an M, I think. But I think that's derived from opium as well, and that's in the medical field. But
that's the whole border thing as well. It's all coming over.
Yeah, no, not fentanyl, that other one.
Okay.
I cannot remember, but
anyway.
Yeah. It's like right there, won't come through.
Oh, we've got F2B.
Oh, okay, good. Okay.
Okay. I'll just admit.
He woke up.
Hey, we're recording, just so you know.
Hi, hey everybody.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good. Did you have your alarm not go off?
Something like that.
Yeah, still good. You're here now. Welcome.
Yeah, welcome.
I've got everything organized. Oh God. Yeah, no, everything's ready to go.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Right.
Well, so we've talked a lot about the symbolism.
Yep.
And like MGM, and we've gone through the banking connections.
Yep.
So I don't know, like, honey, you had clips for it.
I've got it right here.
I do. I have clips, but if he has them, then that's great.
All right, I've got the times and I've got everything ready to go.
All right, let's play the first one, and
right.
then we'll see what comes up.
Okay, so right, so how you guys going? All good?
Yeah,
We're good.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've done a whole decode on this thing too.
Oh, really? Wow.
Good.
I'm gonna be blown away.
Cool. Can't wait.
Okay, so let me share the screen. All right. Okay. Disabled.
Hang on. Do I have to?
You got to go down to share screen and then.
Okay.
Wow. Oh, where is share? Oh, here we go.
Rightio. So, okay, I'll just tee up the first one.
Did that work?
The movie. Yeah. Right. Just going to try and get it whereabouts. Okay.
So you can share screen now?
No. But,
what do I?
first one up.
Oh, hit record.
Okay.
Oh.
So here we go, ladies. I got the first one up. I think you said it's Emerald City. Is that right, honey?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's do that.
Play. Anything coming out?
Yeah, it's
No.
working. I see it.
No sound?
No sound.
No sound.
Now they'll
I think you should be able to hear it now.
Yeah.
There's Emerald City. Oh, we're almost there at last. It's beautiful, isn't it? Just like I knew it would be. He really must be a wonderful wizard to live in a city like that.
Oh, come on, then. What are we waiting for? Nothing. Let's hurry.
Yes, let's run.
Come on. Come on. Hurry, hurry. Oh, look. Oh, come on. Look, you can see it here. It's wonderful. Emerald City.
Oh, what's happening? What is it? I can't run anymore. I'm so sleepy.
Here, give us your hands and we'll pull you along.
Oh, no, please. I have to rest for just a minute. Toto, where's Toto?
Oh, you can't rest now. We're nearly there. Don't cry. You'll rust yourself again.
Come to think of it, 40 weeks wouldn't be bad.
Don't you start it, too. No. We ought to try and carry Dorothy. I don't think I could, but we could try. Len, yes.
Oh, now look at him. This is terrible.
Here, Tin Man, help me.
Oh.
Oh, this is terrible. Can't budger an inch. This is a spell, this is.
It's the Wicked Witch. What do we do?
Help! Help! It's no use screaming at a time like this. Nobody will hear you. Help! 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 It's snowing. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. Oh, maybe that'll help. Oh, but couldn't help. Does help. Dorothy, you're waking up.
Oh. Oh.
Unusual weather we're having, ain't it?
Look, he's rusted again. Oh, give me the oil can, quick.
Here.
Oh, quick. Oh,
He is rusty.
here.
Here.
Oh, quick. Oh. Curse it. Somebody always helps that girl. But shoes or no shoes, I'm still great enough to conquer her. And woe to those who try to stop. Come on, let's get out of here. Look, Emerald City is closer and prettier than ever. Out of the woods, you're out of the dark, you're out of the night. Step into the sun, step into the light. Keep straight ahead for the most glorious place on the face of the earth or the sky. Hold on to your breath, hold on to your heart, hold on to your hope. March up to the gate and bid it open.
Mario. That's very
Very cool.
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, we just talked about the opium.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
was going to say.
Yeah.
That's
And
what I
then-
written too.
Well, the other thing that popped in, which I didn't bring up, was the snow being cocaine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wakes them up.
that's
And it
right.
never reached anything but the opium. Like it didn't go anywhere. It was just only in the poppy field. That was it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's exactly what I said as well about the opium. Yeah,
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
on the money, ladies.
Yeah.
It's funny.
So basically, I'm pointing out the whole usage of drug trading for the people.
Mhm,
This movie.
exactly.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to bring up the Emerald City stuff at the beginning, maybe, because that way
Yeah.
people can kind of relate it to the movie.
Okay. So
Yeah.
do you want to keep going, or is it
No, let's go ahead and it won't take very long. Let me talk about it really
Yeah.
quick. So the
Yeah.
Emerald City themselves, I was asked, was there an Emerald City under Washington, D.C.? And I got yes. And then I also did a thing about Israel, and there's also an Emerald City under that. And then I asked recently, is there an Emerald City under all of the big cities? And pretty much all. So there was one under the Vatican, one under London, one under Washington, D.C., and many other places. Now, if you think about the emerald, you also get Thoth and the emerald tablet. So Thoth is also who the Anunnaki and then the Cabal base their religion on. So they don't base their religion on what he's teaching, but he was given that information and then he became corrupted later with power. So the emerald itself was actually corrupted on top of it. So recently those cities melted.
that makes sense with the witch being green?
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
But it, the whole thing, like if you think of the law of one and everything, it all ties together, all of it. And I don't think the Emerald Cities have ever been a focus in that movie. Like nobody talks about that part of it.
No.
But that's
Yeah.
like that's the real information of where all of it came from.
So who actually built them?
I get it had to do with Thoth.
So that
Yeah.
time.
So a long time ago, and the math was kind of corrupted. So things were kind of corrupted
Right.
That makes
within
sense.
cities. So they had to get melted.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense, because what I've decoded, it's basically Emerald City. So you know how you got the yellow brick road,
Mhm.
right? Now, the
Yeah.
yellow brick road is gold. It's talking about gold, right?
Yeah.
The gold. Now, back in the day, the currency used to be backed by gold. Okay. Now, you've got here the trail of gold, the stolen gold, right? The gold bricks. Now, where does it lead to? It leads to the Emerald City. What color is emerald? Green, right? What color is money? Green. So the yellow brick is converted to the fiat currency, to, the green back, not gold back, green back, right? And where are they going to? The Wizard of Oz. Who is the wizard? He's an illusionist, right? He is the Rothschilds, right? He's the Khazarian mafia. He is the rich. He's well dressed. Why do they call it the Wizard of Oz? Oz is an abbreviation for ounces. The Wizard of Ounces, converting gold using his scales into the fake, you know what I mean? The illusion of real money, and that's what I get.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So we talked about the beginning of the banking system.
Yeah.
And we talked about, we didn't put it all in that linear fashion, which is great. But yeah.
And then
Absolutely. The
did you
gold
speak
back.
about the the start of the movie where it starts off in the depression, in the stock market crash, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hence the symbolism of the tornado spinning around, creating destruction, the crash, the bankruptcy, right? It starts off in black and white, right? In the Great Depression, it sets the tone. And then, it comes across and it shows a thing called Professor Marvel, the so-called wizard, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you read the signs, the big sign at the start of it, it says, he does, trickery, magic, juggling, sleight of hand. Now, who does that? The Fed,
Mhm.
sleight of
Yeah.
hand, takes away, the real money, the real gold and converts it to the fake money. Illusions. He said also the crown heads of Europe. It says it on there, right? Who's he referring to? The Vatican and the City of London, the Khazarian Mafia, the Rothschilds. Okay. And then you got, in the movie, hopefully I haven't overstepped, ladies, but
No, not at all.
when the house comes crashing down, that's the crashing of the stock market and the bankruptcy, right?
Mhm.
And it falls on the witch with the red slippers or red slippers,
Shoes,
the
yeah. Mhm.
ruby color slippers, right? Now that represents the flesh and blood, the real entity, right? Which is us. Okay, we're the ones that give money life through sweat equity, right? And why is the witch always after it? She's the IRS. She's always after the cash, right? She's after the real sweat equity, all right? And then we've got the other thing, the munchkins. Okay, who are the munchkins? They call them the little people. Who do the elite refer to the little people? Us. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So there you go. Thought I'd
Right.
just get that one out.
That's
That's good.
brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it all like so much. It's, and I'm sure we
Doesn't
could,
it?
I mean, so in 1964, it was realized that this film was telling all of these stories through representations of the characters in the films,
Yeah,
Dorothy being the people as well.
yeah.
The scarecrow was the farmers, which again goes back to Gasara and Asara. So
It
it
goes to
linked,
also the straw man.
yes, exactly.
Yeah. Straw man.
We all know who the
Straw
straw
man.
man is, the dead
Yeah.
entity.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
exactly.
And
And
then
the
Tin Man
the
is the
TI.
Yeah.
taxpayer's identification number, the Tin Man,
Yeah.
the second character. The Tin Man was, he's a metal hollow bloody vessel, just, counterfeit, artificial, just like the scarecrow, the straw man.
Yeah.
And then the cowardly lion. What did you get?
Go, honey.
He's the bully.
What I got is that he is, the Americans that had bravery,
Mm.
and lost it, become like, they were once fearless. Now, what are we seeing? We're seeing the Americans that were once fearless, they become coward. Look, I don't mean to say it that way, but in the movie, that's how it's portrayed, right?
Yeah.
Well, and it's
Um,
happening now too. So, but back then, but then he also is not very nice at the beginning. Like that's how he gets what he wants by being mean at the beginning. And then all
Oh,
of a
yes,
sudden you
yes.
see he's just like, yeah,
Hey, did you notice, honey, that he's all full of gold? He looks golden. He's like one big walking gold pile of,
yeah.
fluffiness. And I think it has something to connect with the gold aspect to it as well. What do you think?
Well, I think
Possible.
everything in there has multiple meanings.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, you could
Yeah.
also see him as the lion that comes in and saves the day later, like kind of thing,
Yeah.
Um,
Well, at the end, when they were all given their things, so they got a diploma, a
Mhm.
medal, and a testimonial,
Yeah.
right? And they're all like uses to program the people. Like, you know, everyone, oh, you write your testimonial, you get your diploma. You know, that's all linked in too. It's like I didn't
Yeah.
have time to look up all the meanings of those actual words, diploma, etc., because I'm sure they're all linked back to,
Oh yeah.
again, the programming of the people.
Oh yeah, look, there's an etymology for sure, etymology of that word.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I'm
And-
sure of it.
absolutely. And medal. So he was given a medal as
Mhm.
well. So the lion was given a medal. And
Yeah.
again, this is what we see everywhere through school, like sports, all of this stuff. It's for the medal.
Yeah, well, that, I
Yeah.
believe that is to create the lower ego or the
Yeah.
fallen ego,
Yeah.
so to speak.
Well,
Yeah,
if
'cause
you
rather-
think about it too, the Khazarians, like the presidents were giving each other medals. You know, they were giving like all kinds of actors have medals for
Yeah.
their great works when actually they've been nasty.
And soldiers, war
Yeah.
heroes get medals.
You know who
Yeah.
was the one that was giving all that stuff away was the wizard, right? Now the wizard, you know, obviously is, you know, about creating trickery and fakery and all the rest of it, right? So he's giving these things saying, okay, you know, it's the illusion of having a heart. It's the illusion
Yeah.
of being smart. It's an illusion. Everything that he's done is an illusion. It's a lie using his smoke and mirrors, all right?
Mhm.
We all know about the smoke and mirrors in that
Yeah.
movie, don't we?
Mhm.
Yeah, and to compete is an egotistical. So to think, oh, I'm better than another. So rather than competing against yourself, which I think, you know, for the joy of doing it and bettering yourself instead of, okay, I have to go out there and I have to beat another person.
Well,
That's-
because
that-
you're
that-
just beating yourself actually, because we're all one.
Yeah.
Well,
But
this
it's
is,
a
you know,
distortion. Yeah, it's like a distorted view.
Yeah.
you know, the thing is, right? This reminds me of the Rockefeller education system, the whole lot of it, all right?
Yeah.
Indoctrination camp,
Mhm.
all right? And that's exactly what I reckon is going on in this movie as well. You know, think about it. This is appealing to children, you know, like it's on a subliminal level.
Yeah.
It's got everything in it. It's like,
Yes.
oh my God.
I think
Yes,
it
it
was
does.
made for grown-ups as the play. So I think it was meant for adults at first, and then they turned it into the children's movie. What is
Yeah.
interesting to me is how they combined the nastiness that they were doing at the time, also with the long ago history of who they actually were.
Yeah.
Because I always get that the cabal comes from the Anunnaki. So the corrupted Anunnaki, not all of them were corrupted, but the ones that were became the cabal. So
Yeah.
it's like it's their old stuff still recycling into the new.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. What
Mm.
did you get with the ruby slippers, if you don't mind me asking?
The Red Shoe Club.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, nasty.
It does. It does.
There's a few sayings as well, like where they actually say the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true.
Yeah.
They're saying it in there, and I think that's in the song Over the Rainbow.
Mhm.
So if you dare to go past the programming and really dream, then they know that we're manifestors, that we
Oh.
create.
That's why they've kept people under their thumb, is because we're such powerful manifestors. And as we go down if we go too far down the negative path, you're manifesting the negative as well. So it's important that you just see it as an observer and say, okay, that's a good contrast, and then go forward in a positive way. Don't attach to it.
Yeah, observe.
You
Yeah.
know, also I take from the rainbow thing,
Mhm.
right? Okay. It's, you've heard of these, idioms, the sky's the limit, right? Telling you it is. Okay.
Yeah.
The rainbow, the firmament, you know what I mean? You got that thing going on.
Yeah.
I
The
just think
firmament, the frequencies, the
yes,
chakras, all of it.
that's right. And the things, that's why they annexed the bloody rainbow. All right. Now it's time for us to reclaim it back and positive charge it.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's coming
Yeah.
back to us. The other thing I want to mention, ladies, as well, as you know, it was done during the time of the stock market crash, what we are about to experience, the Black
Yeah.
Swan event. It was done during that time. Now, at that time, the United States declared bankruptcy in 1933. All gold and gold bullion and gold certificates were required to be turned in by May the 1st, hence why they call it May Day, May Day. All right. And it was the birthday of communism in Bavaria in 1776. And it was also the birthday of the IRS. And that was celebrated worldwide as well as the International Workers' Holiday. In other words, the debt slavery holiday. You know what I mean? It's all tied into this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Yeah, brilliant.
Okay, do you want to
It's
keep playing?
yeah, go.
All right, the next one. Okay. All right, let me just bring that up. What's one is on here? You got here 1:25:55, and this thing goes 8 minutes and 88 minutes. Hold on, maybe I've got to use a different player for this thing, ladies. Yeah, just give me a quick moment while I just resort it out. Okay, here we go. All right, so 1:25. Sorry.
Oh, also while we're waiting, the monkeys really remind me of gargoyles.
Yes.
So I was like, ooh, because there's a lot of stuff that's been stored inside of gargoyles as well. Spirits.
Yeah, that makes
things.
perfect sense
Yeah.
because they do look like them too, as well, with the,
Which connects to the medical system.
Yeah.
So in Sydney, there's a building with gargoyles, and I was going to take a photo for this. Actually, I completely forgot about it. And it's old, and you look up, and it's just got all the gargoyles looking down at you.
Yeah.
It's
gross.
pretty scary, and it's the Sydney Medical Building or something. It's like the original medical
Place of
association.
nastiness.
What about the other place in France that was full of gargoyles? What was that called? The one that got burnt down, the big.
Oh, the
the
cathedral.
The cathedral,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, I reckon that was a Y that's doing burn it down.
Yeah.
What's it called again? The Hound of Monte. No, not the Hound of Monte Cristo. There's another name for it. Anyway, I'll play the clip.
Okay.
Ring around the rosy, a pocket full of spears. Thought you'd be pretty foxy, didn't you? Well, the last to go will see the first three go before her. And her mangy little dog, too. How about a little fire, Scarecrow? You cursed brat! Look what you've done! I'm melting! Melting! Oh, what a world! What a world! Who would have thought a good little girl like you could destroy my beautiful wickedness? Ah, look out! Look out!
Little
See,
girl
I
like you destroyed my beautiful wickedness.
Oh,
So
And
it
also,
doesn't take much like to get rid of them, honestly.
and that links into the melting like of the Emerald Cities
Yeah,
and also liquidation.
yeah.
yeah, that makes sense too. I mean,
Mhm.
she was, the way I see it, like, I see her as the IRS trying to get all the cash. I mean, green in the face, which
Mhm.
represents the greenback currency,
Yep.
and what do these people do? They do raids, right? Tax raids. She's always trying to raid and try. And the thing is, Dorothy has to give the slippers willingly to her.
Yeah.
Right? That is,
Yeah,
in other words, a choice. In other words,
Yeah.
she knows, that let's put into the perspective of being a tax collector or the IRS. They know that we have to make that choice to give them our money,
yeah.
Yeah. Universal
our
law.
sweat equity.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
And
they
the fire.
also equate that to humans sacrificing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And the fire.
yeah,
She got the fire and the, why is the scarecrow afraid of the fire? Obviously it's the fear they have over the straw man, isn't it?
hmm,
That's what the fire represents to me. And the
yeah,
water represents purity, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
they're telling you, and we've always resonated with water, haven't we?
yeah,
Yeah.
So,
And we've been told to watch the water.
exactly that.
And even
Yeah.
in the book, so I've got the kids book here.
Yeah.
I've got two of them actually, and this one. But in the book, it talks a lot about water, like on her journey, how she finds pristine streams, how she, washes her face with them, and it mentions it numerous times. So yeah, it all links in with.
So,
Yeah.
did you speak about also about who made the movie? Obviously, it was MGM. They were the
Yeah.
ones that
Yeah.
had the studio, and they also Kazarian Mafia run as well, weren't they?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mentioned how Louis Burt Mayer, whose real name is Lazar Meir, which is Ashkenazi Jew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
So-
all connects, doesn't it? Everything
Yeah.
bloody connects.
Everything.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'll bring up the other one. 133.
Yeah, it just amazes me how many symbols and how many things are in there. Like you could spend a lot of time going through it.
I know, and we've all just skimmed the surface of this. So
Yeah.
when
There
I
is
was
a-
going through it, there was layer after layer. I was like, okay, I've got to just narrow it down to.
Well,
Mhm.
that's the thing. I mean, if you can really, really dissect every part of it, because there's so much to it
Yeah.
from the start to the very, to the very end. There's meaning upon meaning, and symbolism is all throughout that whole movie. I mean, to
Yeah.
the point where you need to freeze frame things that
Yeah.
might be beyond the peripheral that
Yeah.
you need to look at.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Maybe you got me started on doing a full decode on this. Have to do that. Actually, it sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Really,
Another thing too is the little dog.
yes.
So the dog in
Yeah.
a dream represents the ego. So basically that witch was like basically abusing the ego of the little girl.
Mm.
So
Well,
scaring
the other thing I took from Honey as well. You know how everything has to be in front of your face, right?
yeah.
Okay, that's their Khazarian, law, the way they operate. They have to do it in front of your face, so that way ignorance isn't an excuse. So you got to be able to pick it up.
Yeah.
Word
they-
dog. right? What does it represent backwards? Remember, everything's backward law as well.
Yeah,
Exactly. Exactly.
yeah, that
Small,
too.
insignificant, always, bigger than. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So there's a lot of symbology behind everything.
Tons of
Yeah.
it here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
behind the Emerald City, there's just an old man,
Mhm.
instead
Yeah,
of
that
this
old man.
amazing, scary wizard that everyone's like, oh, you can't see the wizard. You'll never be able to see the wizard. But
Well,
there's nothing
that,
there. It's just an
Right.
old man.
Well, and if
that
you think
wizard
about
looks
it,
like a
that
rock
was their
hole.
thing, is the magic.
Yeah.
They had all this black magic they were doing all the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rightio.
Yeah. And then, oh, have you got another clip to play?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
okay,
more.
let's do that.
Sorry, I'll pop it on now.
There's a lot of stuff in this one. I was kind of
Yeah.
surprised. This
An
next
old
one.
Me too.
Kansas man myself, born and bred in the heart of the western wilderness. Premier balloonist par excellence to the Miracle Wonderland Carnival Company, until one day, while performing spectacular feats of stratospheric skill never before attempted by civilized man, an unfortunate phenomena occurred. The balloon failed to return to the fair.
It did?
Weren't you frightened?
Frightened? You are talking to a man who has laughed in the face of death, sneered at doom, and chuckled at catastrophe. I was petrified. Then suddenly the wind changed, and the balloon floated down into the heart of this noble city, where I was instantly acclaimed Oz, the first wizard deluxe.
Oh.
Times being what they were, I accepted the job, retaining my balloon against the advent of a quick getaway. And in that balloon, my dear Dorothy, you and I will return to the land of E pluribus unum. And now... This is positively the finest exhibition ever to be shown. Well, be that as it may. I, your wizard, par ardua ad alta, am about to embark upon a hazardous and technically unexplainable journey into the outer stratosphere. To confer, converse, and otherwise hobnob with my brother wizards. And I hereby decree that until what time, if any, that I return, the Scarecrow, by virtue of his highly superior brains, shall rule in my stead, assisted by the Tin Man, by virtue of his magnificent heart, and the Lion, by virtue of his courage. Obey them as you would me. Thank you.
Oh, Toto, come back! Toto! Oh, don't go without me. I'll be right with you.
Stop that dog! This is a highly irregular procedure. Absolutely unprecedented. Ruined my exit.
Ah! Come back! Come back! Don't go without me. Please come back!
I can't come back. I don't know how it works. Goodbye, folks.
Oh, no, I'll never get home.
So what was so crazy was that it was the state fair. Remember the World's Fairs that he had on his balloon, and then the how he turned everything over to those three, and that's who's been running the world for us, is the Straw Man and the Tin Man. It's just crazy. And then I know there's something weird going on with those stars that were out there. Did you see those stars that were in the crowd?
No, I wasn't actually paying attention to them. But
Yeah, I was like,
Are they-
that's not right.
are they like
That's not right.
pentacles?
Kind
That's
of.
why you, honey, go beyond the peripheral. You're on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, outside the stratosphere, he says.
Yeah.
Also, he says go back to the land of E pluribus unum, which is one from many, right?
Yeah.
One
So-
world.
Yeah, and that was
Yeah.
created in 1776, and that's on the Great Seal.
Mhm.
There you go. It all connects, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
I just want to
Yeah.
say something, ladies. Prior to that, you know how he's doing the smoke and mirrors, right? On the big, like sort of a screen, whatever it is, you know, the good old television. What was he doing? Creating fear, like what we see today with the Hollywood magic, the manipulation of the mainstream media. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? Keeping people in a state of fear. What were they doing? He was actually with the straw man was and the line was in a state of fear. That's what it represents, keeping
Yeah.
humanity in a state of fear by deception.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, that
Once
makes
you know
perfect
who the
sense.
characters are, it's kind of a lot easier to see what's actually going on in the movie too. Once you
Yeah.
identify who they are.
And then there's where it's, you know, at the end, I don't know if we've got any more to bits before the end to go through. Is there
Do you want to
anything?
keep going? It's up to you.
Well,
What
I mean,
time?
I was just going to mention that, you know, she's always trying to get home, right?
Yeah.
And the last sentence of the film is "There's no place like home." Now, when they talk about take or there is no home, so if you change the wording around it, it's like, you know, they're also taking away your home, and they're
That
also,
makes sense.
yeah, so it's like it's like a flip. And then there's also the opposite of that, where they try keeping you in your home.
Mhm.
So it's like there's multiple, you know, things around that as well.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Look, you know, that's where, you know, the house always crashing. That's like, oh, sorry.
Oh no, you're okay. Oh, we just lost Honey for a second.
Okay.
Carry on.
The house crash, you know, crashing symbolism.
Yeah.
Right? That represents the crashing of the house. So what they call, you know, how the housing prices just smashing down
Yeah.
the market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, you know, it's again, it's something that we're on the precipice of.
Yes.
Is that happening, the housing crash?
Well, the amount of things we're seeing now, we're seeing the, you know, the stock market crash. And remember what Trump said? Trump said like 1929. He said it in his one of his little speeches just recently. It's referring to what we're talking about right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be massive, but people will also be protected. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's right. Because the Whiteheads have got this.
Yeah. They've been planning it a long time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's also some Freemasonry symbolism in here. I guarantee there is in this movie.
That's what I was thinking those stars were.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Like the ones that the police in Victoria wear. Because don't they have?
Yeah, they do. They got
Yeah.
they've spinned it around. It's like
Yeah.
the Baphomet.
Yeah.
Okay. And also, you know, don't forget, you know, the yellow brick road, right? It's all in the you know what, how you can liken that to the Masonic black and white checkerboard. Does that make sense? Like it's, if you know, you got the black and white checkerboard as well.
Yeah.
Yep. It's also what they've been addicted to. So, they came here for gold in the first place. It's their heroin, you know, like that's what they've been addicted to. And when they tried to come back recently, the Anunnaki didn't do very well because they got addicted again and then had to leave again.
Well, you know, the
So-
wizard, he was wearing all green, you know, all green. And he also had the gold around, I think he had some around his neck as well. No, on his, watch or whatever, but also on this, what do you call that thing where they hold the cane up the top? There was gold.
The staff.
Yeah, the staff, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, one thing that also stood out was that compass thing. That was in with the witch, where the witch was looking through the glass, the looking glass.
Yeah.
So again, that's another thing.
Yeah.
They're showing old, future, past, present, like seeing it through this magical glass ball, right?
Yeah.
Which,
And the compass too. Like the compass that's
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, so that's there in the back.
Freemason.
It's like it really stood out, the compass, because it's right, the ball, and then you see the compass right there.
The other thing I want to ask you, ladies, the Tin Man, let's go back to him, right? Now, you see him with, he needs oil, pop, 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 all he needs oil. That's something to do. I don't know, when I saw that, my spidey senses went up and I thought, that has something to do with oil, as in the actual.
Yeah. They've
Yeah.
lubricated everything with that. Even the medical system, all the pills have petroleum in them.
Petro. Yeah, it's all petrochemicals, plastic, the whole lot.
Unbelievable.
And even glyphosate, that's a byproduct
Yeah.
of a war
Then that poisons the people.
weapon. Yeah. So that's through everything.
Oh, gee.
Yeah, I'm trying to find this particular compass, but not
It's
having
sort of-
much luck.
Makes you feel a bit, how can I say, you growing up as a child, you used to watch this.
Yeah.
And now it's like, okay, there goes one of my childhood movies out the window. What's next?
I know it was actually there was parts of it, I was like, that's really scary. Like as a kid, would have really been scary to watch parts of it.
Oh yeah. Look,
Yeah.
we look at it from a different perspective being adults. From a child's perspective, it's totally different. But also, don't forget, our children these days have been forced to grow up a lot quicker. So to them, it's not the same how we would have been feeling at the time we were growing up.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget, what have they been trying to do with our children? Indoctrinate all our children, growing them up quicker.
Well, films like that would have made a bigger impression on us because we didn't watch as many films. We weren't in front of screens. We weren't doing all of, this shutdown, which is really what they've achieved in the last 5 years, is actually really shutting the whole family unit down by putting them in front of screens. I mean, everywhere you look, you go to a restaurant, the whole family is sitting there on screens.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
The illusion, keep them spellbound.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think all the cartoons need to be gone through, honestly. Like I watched
Yeah.
the thing on the Flintstones just the other day and I was like, oh my God.
There's so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything you look at now, you're like, oh.
That's the thing. You see everything when you're, awake, and when your level of awareness increases, you see things with fresh eyes, with a fresh mind, and your intuition kicks in as well. And you can see, as I say, beyond the peripheral. So.
Yeah. I mean, even from, 3 years ago to now, films that I watched 3 years ago, and I'm like, oh, maybe I should watch that again because there's a whole different story there that you just didn't see.
You're going to
It's
ruin.
like, oh.
Hey, you're going to ruin my favorite film, and I know there's definitely symbolism in that one, which is Willy Wonka. The 1971 classic.
Yeah.
That one's, I guarantee you, because I love some of the sayings in that movie. Like he said one-liners, like we are the dreamers, we are the music makers, and stuff like that. And I used to resonate with that. It was actually one of my favorite lines in the movie. But these movies, obviously, they're created for a reason. It's not like they just created them out of nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they're written for a reason.
Well, they know psychologically when you're relaxed and you're not paying attention to your surroundings, but you're just concentrated on what's in front of you. They can slip things past you. They know
Well,
this.
That makes sense because you put
It
your
goes
guard
into
down,
your,
don't you?
yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
and it goes into your subconscious. Yeah.
Well,
Thanks.
yeah. And I think one thing we forget, like a lot of people say, well, no, nobody would ever do that to another. And you're like, they're not like us.
Yeah.
They don't have the same goals that a normal human being has. They're skewed.
Mm.
So it's the ultimate in discernment.
Because the thing is too, honey, is that humanity is good,
Mhm.
and they take advantage of that, and they
Mhm.
know that because
Yeah.
we come from the source, and anything that comes from the source is made in his image and is good, right? So what do they try to do? Corrupt it, use it to their advantage, using usury.
Mm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And a lot of
Um,
they just empty, they're empty.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
Well, it's time to change it all around because now we're seeing it all. And once you see it, that's it. The magic's gone, right? There
Yeah,
is
that's
no
right.
spell casting. There's none of that because you see through it. So it just can't keep on the way it has been because now we see it.
Yeah.
So on that note, go to our links below. Anything else you wanted to say?
I have one thing to say.
Yeah.
It's time for us to take back magic and make our own magic and make it
Yes.
what we want the world to be.
Absolutely, because like you said before, you don't want to concentrate on the bad. You want to concentrate on creating the good, on what you actually want.
Yeah.
That's right.
Because energy flows where intention goes, right?
That's
It's
exactly
as simple
right.
as that. And we're manifestors, and that's how you manifest. So
That's exactly right.
yeah, and it's like the most important thing to understand, be in that 0 point neutrality and observe.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. And the thing is, guys, they've been, as I said about the rainbow, about these symbols, right? Now, think
Mm.
about it. They're great symbols. What have they done? They've negative charged it.
Yeah.
We've got to take everything back and positive charge everything.
Mhm.
I mean, like
Absolutely.
the owl, they made the owl look like, it's Moloch and all these sort of things. Take it back. Let's positive
Exactly.
charge it. The
Exactly.
swastika. I know it's a symbol of, it used to be a great
Of
symbol.
peace. Yeah, it's a symbol of peace. So,
We need-
we can transmute it all. We can we don't have to hold on to that. We can understand what it is, we can transmute it, and we can change it.
Well, that's it. That's
Yeah.
exactly right.
Yeah.
And getting back to what you were saying, Shanti, we are beings of creation, right? As you know, we come from, the source. Therefore, we have the power within us to manifest and create whatever we put our mind to. And whatever you think about comes about. So you create your own reality, right? So if you're going to say, my reality is this, well, it's going to be that. You're going to
Yes.
get more of this. You're going to keep more of that. You're going to continue to get these roadblocks because they're life lessons. You're a spiritual being. You're here to evolve. Your evolution has been, obviously hindered by the way society, by the way they wanted us, because they know that we're creative beings and they feel threatened. Like Honey said about the Anunnaki, they know it. They know it. They know what our capabilities are, and that's why they've kept us dumbed down by, so many different ways, using the Tal vision, like the wizard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Using, fluoride in our water. Why does, the water make the witch melt? Because it's bloody full of fluoride. That's what I'm trying to say. There's so much symbolism. It's just not funny. You know what I mean? And the more you become aware of it, the more you start to ascend, the things, the blinders come off, and you start to see what has really been going on around you. And that's why we say dark to light. In other words, what was taking place in the dark now, the whiteouts have pushed it all to the light. And that is only possible by, getting us to be aware of it. Now, obviously, they've done things like, I believe, these 5G towers, right? These 5G towers, they've changed the frequencies to obviously awaken humanity to a healing frequency, all right? And from that, we are starting to feel a change in energy. I don't know about everyone else, but I'm feeling a shift, a major shift in energy. And that is getting more and more intense each day. They're feeling it and they don't know what to do with it. That's why people like us, we need to be able to show them. So,
Yeah.
that was my 2
That's why we're
cents.
here.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why
Yeah.
we've come back into this. Okay, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Brilliant as
you.
usual. And we'll see you next month for another one.
Awesome.
Okay, bye.
Bye.